a dumpy little office in West Covina, California, it's the Foos Show! Hey, what's up, everybody? I am Josie.
And I'm Josh.
And thank you all very much for listening to the Foos Show. Thank you for downloading the pod on most major podcast apps, subscribing, and telling a friend like a champ. You can always catch us at Food Bar Show. That's FOOBarshow.com. And FOO Bar Show is our handle on Facebook, Tumblr, Twitter, and Instagram. Check us out. Drop us a line and we'll fill it up like a couple of foos. Ain't that right, Foo?
Sifu.
All right.
Oh, seafood. That's Kung Fu Panda reference. Seafood.
Sifu.
Or is that off of Iron Fist?
Take it however you like, man.
They used the term Sifu in Iron Fist Season 2 this year. Sorry. Reference points again. Sorry.
Hey, it's going to happen throughout the whole goddamn podcast, man. Anyway, but the voice that everybody's hearing right now is Mr. Mark Maple. Say hello, Mark.
Hello, ladies. My bell Venus.
And we also have Steph.
What's up, my dudes?
So, Mark, I've known you on and off for quite some time.
Yes,
a little
indeed.
sporadic. Oh man, that was quite delayed.
What's going over there?
Yeah, the first time that I met you was when I was a guest on your show back in my previous band, The Hotline, where we came on your show
Yes.
under the covers with Mark.
Yes, indeed.
Man, this was
Welcome to the, how do you say it? I'll just show. No, too sexy!
so sexy.
Sorry about that. So shout out to Undercovers with Mark. Sorry.
Oh, totally, man. So these guys were listening in. In fact, the Foo that was hanging out in the kitchen, we call him one of them kitchen foos.
Kitchen
One of them kitchen foods.
He actually called into that show that night just to, was he trolling me?
Yeah.
He
Oh,
was-
yeah.
He just called to
He was-
troll,
Well,
right?
when you had told us I think the night before that you were going to be on the radio,
Right.
me and him had already discussed. We were like, okay, so we're gonna call. One of us is gonna call in. What are you gonna do? I'm like, okay. So then at the time we had a running joke when we were living together that there was a ghost living there named Steve. So
Steve was a dick, by the way.
Whenever these guys
Steve was
would
a
come
real
over,
dick.
whenever these guys would come over, we'd always
wanted nothing to
I
do
would
with
always
Steve.
do the voice like, oh, you guys are such dickheads. Like, Steve, whoa, chill, man, chill. So when I would always just to check these guys, we would use Steve.
Well, that's weird because in the movie The Tao of Steve, Steve's a cool guy. Like Steve McQueen,
yeah.
Steve Austin,
Right.
$1 million, $6 million man.
You really
know?
don't know Steve, really.
No, Steve has changed over the years.
Oh,
apparently.
yes.
Steve
He's
became
gotten
quite
bitter.
the dick.
Oh yeah. So he called in. He called in as Steve, and I can't recall what exactly.
I just
he
remember
said.
hearing, yeah, my name's Steve, like in his voice, in the Foos, voice, and I'm just like, I know who this is. Like into the mic, just exactly like how I did it now.
I was listening to it, and I just start cracking up because he didn't even need to say anything else.
This is Steve.
Yeah, it's Steve. So what, do you guys remember what he said?
No, I was so high that day.
What?
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
We had high listeners on the Undercovers with Mark show.
No
What?
kidding, man. No kidding.
Sacre bleu.
So,
So you guys are your former best. So you guys don't do anything together anymore.
no, I try to stay in contact with the guys, but
I'm not trying to bring up. I'm not trying to hash, old injuries and wounds.
Oh no, you're
you know?
hashing it. You're bringing it out.
I'm like-
Bring it out. Come on, let's go.
Because
y'all want to hear a story?
Really good. 'Cause
Y'all
honestly-
want to hear my fucking story?
Damn it! I'm like, because you guys played for me at Dave and Buster's.
Yeah.
And I remember that, and I always thought you guys were a great band. I really appreciate you because when you guys came in, I believe it was I needed somebody like really quick, and you guys were like jumped on it right
And
away.
we're like,
I
we
really
have low
appreciated that.
self-esteem. Let's do it.
No, man! You guys were good, man. I really
Come
enjoyed
sit
what you
by
guys
the
did.
fire and hear a story, Josie.
And I had a good time watching you guys the other night too.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's my new band, The Fallen Electric.
Yeah.
I was pleasantly surprised to see you there. I was like, oh shit, Mark made it in. I didn't recognize you at first.
Yeah, that's okay. I'm a lot thinner now.
You actually are, man. You look great. But I don't know. I still try to keep in touch with the guys. I mean, like one of them became a parent. The other,
The downfall of every
got a
professional
job.
athlete and musician.
Becoming a parent.
Getting into a relationship that
Yeah.
eventually has kids.
Yeah.
Or having a kid outside of it. Like, doesn't matter. Any kind of serious relationship is going to fuck up any good thing for young men. I'm like, if you're really good at something, I'm like, I'm not trying to diss relationships. I mean, they're
No, yeah,
I've been
It
married.
depends
I've
on-
been married.
Yeah.
I have and I have a daughter, and I have a girlfriend I've been with for over 10. Will be 10 years in January.
Uh-huh.
And we don't ask her. But here's the thing: it's like we used to have this really young band on my show, and I don't want to say names because
Yeah.
you just just in case they do here. You know, I was like, I usually give advice because I don't want to offend their wives that they all now have.
Oh, okay.
You know, like they had
It ends up
serious
being the two
girlfriends.
guys that are listening right now.
And listen, they had a lot of potential. I mean, they did on this whole Southwest tour of Vans tour, you know, and they did
the Warped Tour?
The Warped Tour, yeah, the Vans Warped Tour, and you know, like I could see this like potential in them. I was like, but you guys are getting way too heavily involved with your girls. And that they're gonna put a cramp. They're gonna bring an end to what you guys got going on.
The situation
Because they were still in their early 20s, you know.
Yeah.
Totally.
And, you know, and it's not necessarily yoking it, but they're becoming attached, and you know you got to go out and present an image.
Okay.
Because they're young, good-looking guys, you know, and they're doing rock and roll, and they're kind of have that party persona.
Yeah, it's really going to be
Chicks are
hard
going
to do
and
both.
you know, and if girls are hanging on you, then you got to deal with a girlfriend. Why did you let her do that? Or you know, it was going to be the end of it. And unfortunately, it was. I hated being right. I do not like it. I was right on Sunday when I said the Raiders should have kicked a field goal, even though it would have been a 49-yard field goal attempt.
Yeah.
It would have put it beyond a touchdown and a field goal for the loss. And goddamn it, if I wasn't right, they lost by a touchdown and a field goal because they were up at that point.
It's the Raiders.
It was 19 to 10. 19 to 10. I said, please go for the field because that makes it you're going to be up by 12. They're going to have to score 2 touchdowns in order to win. But no, they go for instead of running it up, they got a half a yard with Marshawn Lynch. They go out with a screen pass. It was a good pass by Carr.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, I don't know who the hell number 41 is in the back, running back. I'm fullback. Dropped it in his hands. Boom. Game over.
Frame of reference, Mark, just so you know, I'm the only one here that actually understood every single word
That's
you
not
said.
true. That's not true.
So I thought you said there's sports involved in this before I came on, so I brought it
Oh,
in
yeah.
that way.
It's
No.
me.
In fact, I was ready for this conversation. As a matter of fact, I put together a Raiders intro.
Oh.
Yeah, check it out.
Lovely.
Excuse me while I reach behind my back.
There's a knife back there.
I got it out.
A
Thanks.
lot of blood there.
Sorry, man.
Bless you.
No, I understand sports. Remember, I always say just because I don't care doesn't mean I don't understand.
That's true. That is true. That is true.
He's our sports guy. Josh is our sports guy.
Yes, I am.
And
Yes, I am.
and I'm the guy learning from whatever the fuck he's talking about.
If I'm right, if I'm wrong, he has no
He has
idea.
no idea. That's perfect. What a beautiful relationship.
What a
that is.
show.
dude,
That's
that's
very
amazing.
symbiotic. You
Yeah.
know, it's like, 'cause you're like, you feed him information whether it's right or wrong. Yeah, that's great. Okay, tell me more.
Oh,
So
yeah.
when you replied, I was like, oh shit, we're gonna have another person on the show who knows what the hell you're talking about, Josh.
Well, but but you told me we said there was going to be some nerd stuff.
Oh yeah, it's coming up.
Oh yeah. it's
I
coming
love
up.
comic books. I still have all my comic books from when
yeah.
I was a little kid.
Nice.
Oh.
They're
nice.
still there. From the
Who's it?
70s on up to the 80s. A couple small jaunts in the 90s and a little bit in the 2000s. Because once in a while I find myself a little kicks.
Yeah.
I'll go and I'll buy something and I'll go for a couple, 6 months or whatever. I'm like, I got to pull away from this. I'm
I do that
I'm going to
too.
be 50 years old in
I do
November.
that.
For God's sakes.
Oh man.
Oh damn.
You don't look
Hey,
at-
there's no
Wow, you look pretty good.
There's no problem collecting
Thank you.
comics at 50.
Got any young friends I want to talk to?
Nah.
Looking at him.
Just kidding, man. Well, shit, man. Let's get right into it. You guys down for some nerd news?
Yeah.
All right.
Please. Oh, listen, pause.
Not-
Oh, that intro.
Take it away,
So
man.
tasty. So, as a lot of people have known, Fox is currently about to be bought out by Disney. All of Fox Studios, including FX,
That's
all those Fox
crazy,
channels.
man.
They haven't made the purchase yet.
It's not final. Like, there's still a lot of terminology they're trying to go through. They're saying maybe in 2019 it'll be completely finalized. But they're still kind of going through all the language for all the legalese to make sure it all transfers correctly.
And that's
But-
how we saw Spider-Man.
Yeah, that's how we saw Spider.
And
Well, actually, no.
MCU.
Spider-Man, Sony, and Columbia. So that's
that's
complete.
right.
So, but they actually went into a separate partnership and actually had a deal.
That's right.
Well, actually,
was
if
the
I
one
can
that
say
didn't want-
good
something,
correction. Thank you.
it's not comic book related, but what's gonna happen to the Simpsons? Are they now a Disney product?
No. So there's still Fox Television. There's
Oh, okay.
Fox Television
Okay.
kind of. separated themselves. So you have like Fox News, all those channels. Those are separated. They just gave like
that wouldn't blend because that's ABC, which is a little more.
exactly. That
right. That was where my confusion was stemming from.
No. Like a lot of the Turner products and all that stuff. Everything kind of is still separated. Some went to Warner Brothers.
I was gonna say, are they gonna airlift the Simpsons ride from Universal and just drop it onto Disneyland or something?
No. It's there. It's there. Yeah.
Okay.
No. It's that's the rights are completely different for that. But recently, Bob Iger was interviewed, and there, a lot of questions came out, like, what's Marvel gonna do with X-Men and Fantastic Four? And he said, they're in our plans. They're in our plans to be included in the Marvel universe fairly soon. And they asked, elaborate, who's going to be in charge? He said, Kevin Feige will be in charge of overseeing both X-Men, Fantastic Four, and the entire Marvel Cinematic Universe.
I saw something on YouTube kind of hinting at the fact that it was asking the question, will we see Wolverine in Avengers 4?
Yeah, and that was potentially
I heard
coming
something
out.
like that.
I don't think so.
Too.
I don't think so.
I don't think so. I think but it's a great idea. Like people want it to happen, right?
It's a great idea.
You know how he retired the role?
Yeah.
Right?
He said that he would come out.
He said that he'd come back if they had him on Avengers.
Yes.
I mean, why the hell not?
Oh yeah.
I hated the ending of that movie.
Oh, you hated Logan? Oh, Logan was such a good movie.
It was. I liked it all the way until they killed him.
I know, but we
It
all
had
kind
to
of
happen.
knew it had to
No.
happen.
It had to happen.
No, because there's Old Man Logan.
There is Old Man
He
Logan.
wasn't Old Man Logan
Yeah.
yet, for God's sakes.
Yeah, they just really wanted to
You
kill him.
you
Yep.
can't die if there's going to be an older version of you somewhere.
It's just ruined the entire continuity.
What if at the end of the movie, if there was like a director's cut, it just said Fiend? With a question mark.
With a
Question mark.
stupid ass question mark.
Yeah.
Look at you going all Hispanic on us. Fiend.
Fiend.
I remember when English movies used to have that at the end.
Yeah, the end. Or
Even though it, was
Fiend.
it wasn't even a
Even,
Spanish movie, it would say Fiend.
French
really?
movies, like
Yeah,
the
really?
the French impressionist movies.
Yeah.
Oh, no
Like
shit,
those,
really?
yeah, the French art movies. Those are the ones that have the
Latin-based.
fucking
Latin
Right on.
all black and white, and then Finn. Like Barney Gumbles in that one
Wow,
episode.
I'm like, as a kid, I'm like, what does thin mean?
Yeah.
Is there a fish coming around?
What does it mean?
But yeah, Bob Iger pretty much is saying that Kevin Feige will oversee everything. It's not finalized until 2019, but it's great signs because they even asked him, like, will we even see Deadpool as a part of the Avengers? And Bob said, Kevin's got a lot of ideas. I'm not suggesting that that's one of them, but who knows? So that right there tells me that may even
I've
happen
enjoyed
too.
the Deadpool movies.
The Deadpool movies have been great.
They've been so
The
good.
Deadpool movies have
My
been
I
girlfriend
like
hated
it, no
the first
filter.
one.
Hilarious.
My girlfriend hated the first one.
Really?
And I'm like, how could you? She's got a decent sense of humor. I ain't gonna say hers.
Yeah.
The big, I don't decent, okay, but I'll be honest. Okay, you guys are laughing. But, that's her. If I say something, she starts laughing and everything. So I don't feel like I have this
Yeah.
self-confidence that I probably shouldn't have about my humor because she laughs too fucking easy. But and I thought for sure she would buy into that because
Yeah.
I'm crass and and say a lot of the stuff that is used in Deadpool
Right.
all the time. I mean, I take song lyrics and I just make them dirty.
Yeah,
as we're driving on long road trips. Like,
Oh, we've been known to do that here too.
Oh yeah.
so it's like
Oh, yeah.
So I thought she would love it, and she was like, "Oh, stupid." I'm like, "What the?"
Like during the movie as it's going, or at the end.
Like she was like, "Why are we watching this?"
Really?
Oh, that's
I'm
too
like,
bad.
I'm like,
that's a
"Oh, you got to be
shame.
kidding me!"
See, I had a different experience the first time I went to go see
Oh,
Deadpool.
not this story again. Go ahead and tell them.
I will.
You gonna blow job in the bag?
No, I took a 500 milligram edible,
Oh.
and
I went to edibles once in my life, and
yeah.
I'll never do them again.
I
man.
blacked out like in the movie 3
the next
times.
week.
And then for the next week I was even like more high.
How much did you do?
I ate half of a brownie. It was like a 500 milligram brownie, and the Foo had the other half. So me and him were both like just blitzed out of our minds for the next few days.
Yeah.
It was not fun. But I saw it again the week later.
Yeah, you did for the first time.
Yeah.
I got to revisit the last Avenger movie.
Oh really?
I kind of went in a little hot with the alcohol.
Yeah.
I did the.
Did you knock out?
I a little nod.
Okay.
There are a couple of spaces that are black.
Okay.
I saw most of it.
Well, speaking of Avengers movies, there's a lot of characters in all these Avengers movies, and there's so much that you think it's impossible that they're going to have standalones, right?
Yeah, right.
Well, Disney's actually coming up with a solution. They're coming out with their own streaming service. It's going to be completely Marvel Disney. It's called Disney Play. And they're going to create their own mini-series for each of those characters. So the first two they're starting
Holy
off with
shit.
are Loki
Wow.
and Scarlet Witch. They're starting off with
Dude,
series.
they
for
are
both of them.
kicking DC's ass.
Oh,